Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
So, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back in the video with yet another video. Today, I got y'all with the best two-way builds in the game. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna start doing these lists for current gen or next gen, but for next gen, I have 2 more left. But on current gen, I haven't really even done any of these yet, so I can still do the two-way ISO, all that. So in the comments down below, if y'all want to help me out for what I do for the next one, go ahead and put that in the comments down below. Do y'all want the guards and bigs for next gen, or do y'all just want me to restart it all again and just do it for the current gen? Y'all seem to like current gen videos more, so that's pretty much what I was leaning towards, but just let me know. But for today, I got y'all with the best two-way builds in the game, the top 5 with some honorable mentions. Per usual, y'all probably used to it by now. So I pretty much got y'all 8 builds that are some of the best two-way builds in the game. And the top 2 are arguably 2 of the best builds in the game. So yeah, I'm gonna be going over that in order. So yeah, it's that simple. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I have in the bins and pull out.
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, so starting off the rip, we're gonna go over the honorable mentions. First build that we have on the list is the all-around two-way build. This is probably the worst two-way build on the list. I'm not gonna say it's the worst two-way build in the game because there's some other builds that could be worse, like the facilitating 3-level two-way facilitating finisher. It's a lot of other two-way builds. There's a lot of other two-way builds. So many different build names on next gen. I can't go over them all, but coming in at last place on the best two-way builds is the all-around two-way build. So how do you make it? You're gonna be at the small for position. You're gonna be 6'7", 198 pounds with 100, or not 100, but 6'11" on the wingspan. Body type, that's completely up to you. Then when it comes to the badges, you're gonna have 10 finishing, 8 shooting, 20 playmaking, 22 defensive, with okay physical stats. You're gonna have max acceleration and speed, but nothing else max, not even stamina. Your vertical is at a 70 just so you can be able to get the contact dunks, and then your strength is up because you're interior defense. So yeah, when it comes to certain attributes like your driving dunk, that's not max, but it's at a 92. But this build is kind of made completely different than all the other ones because this build actually has a close shot and a driving layup. Usually we put up standing dunk and post control because that's easier to get badges than getting close shot. But for this build, we had to put up close shot. Then when it comes to the shooting, mid-range is up to a 90, then three-pointer, or not mid-range, but mid-range up to an 89, then the three-pointer is up to a 90. Nothing else is touched. That's how you only get 8. That's kind of an L in my opinion because you'd only get 8 shooting badges. You don't even get to max out your mid-range. Playmaking, ball handle, and speed of ball, both max in pass accuracy up to an 85. Then defensive rebound, max interior defense, max perimeter defense, max block, max defensive rebound. All that is really important to have on a build. You don't have a steal rating, which is the best way to get stops, but you pretty much have a really well-rounded defense. You know what I'm saying? Because interior defense now is important too, because that's how you not get contact out. People don't really find it important, but in my opinion, it's still important. Then when it comes to the offensive rebound, that's at a 66. That's going to be able to get to a 70 and 99 overall. Then when it comes to the takeovers that you end up getting on this build, you actually get the lock, sharp, and shot. With the slashing takeovers, you know what I'm going to go with every single time. Spot of precision and finishing moves. And the build comes out as an all-around two-way build. Similar to shades of Jason Tatum, Scottie Pippen, and Gordon Hayward. So yeah, man, that's going to be the build that comes in at the last place spot on this list. Pretty much the first honorable mention on the list. And all right, next, the next honorable mention spot on the list is going to be the two-way threat. Now, this build actually is a very new name. It's one of the rare builds in the game. But with that being said, it's one of the worst builds on this list. Now, is that saying that the build is bad? No, it's not saying that the build is bad because there's so many two-way builds in the game. So that's not, it's still saying it's one of the best or better builds for two ways, but when it comes to this list, it's one of the worst. So how do you make this build? You're gonna be at the small forward position, 6'7" on the height, 180 pounds on the weight, and then for the wingspan, you're gonna go 6'11". Body type, that's completely up to you. Then when it comes to the badge, you're gonna get 6, 17, 25, and 17 with better physical stats than the last one. Now, on this build, you're gonna be way faster because we went way lower on the weight. So when it comes to that, we're gonna have 180 pounds. So we're gonna be able to get our speed ball up to an 87. That's gonna be able to get above a 90 at 99. Our speed is up to an 87. That's gonna be able to get above a 90 at 99. Then when it comes to stuff like the physicals, for size, speed, acceleration is also max, but your stamina isn't max, but it's at an 89. So that's good enough. Then when it comes to the vertical, that's up to a 70, so you can get the contact dunks, and then you have the strength of a 49 vertical because of your interior defense. So when it comes to the 6 finishing, you're going to pretty much be maxing out your drive and dunk, but then your driving layups up to a 71, and your standing dunk is up to a 71. That got you 6 finishing badges. Then when it comes to the shooting, 17 badges, you're going to have max mid-range, three-pointer, free throws up to a 57. That's going to get you 17. That's really good shooting badges. Really low free throw, but it's really good amount of shooting badges. Then when it comes to the playmaking, you might not even need this many. You only really need, in my opinion, 15 to 18. So that's another thing that might hold it back. But in some cases, you might want this many. So that's pretty much based off preference. But yeah, 25, you're going to pretty much be maxing out everything except for pass accuracy. Instead of it being max, you're just at a 91. That's going to get you 25. Then when it comes to the 17 defensive rebound, this kind of has more holes than we really would like. That's kind of the only reason that this build is held back. Now, if you want to lower the playmaking a little bit, you can. It just is really weird when it comes to how to make you get the name. But then when it comes to like interior defense, perimeter defense, defensive rebound, all that is going to be pretty much max. Interior defense is not max, actually. It's at a 73. Offensive rebound is at a 66. We don't have anything on block and steal. Now, yeah, that's pretty much the attributes that you're going to have to go with for this build. Then when it comes to the takeovers that you get pretty much the same. Slasher, shot creator, sharp, lock. We're going to go with spotter precision and finish moves every single time. And the build comes out as a two-way threat, similar to shades of Jason Tatum, Scottie Pippen, and LeBron James. All right, next, last but not least for the honorable mentions is the two-way slashing shot creator. Now, this build, these next couple builds that's going to be on this list, they're really arguable to be pretty much above or below. Pretty much like the next 4 builds. Next 4 builds, you can switch these up in any order depending if you want more shooting badges, you want more defense, you want more well-rounded of a build, you want better physicals. You can pretty much mix these up in any order for the next 4. The top 2 are just by far the best on the list, but then these 4 right here, they're all really good builds, but they're all in the same ballpark of how good they are. So the two-way slashing shot creator, how do you make this build? You're going to be at the small 4, 6'7", 220 on the weight, and 7 foot on the wingspan. Badges 14, 21, 14, and 20. When it comes to the physicals, you actually have pretty decent physicals. You're going to have a max speed, max acceleration, verticals up to a 72. That's going to allow you to get the contact dunks, and then the stamina is up to an 85. There's no strength. Then when it comes to the finishing, to get 14, you're going to max out driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk. Post controls up to a 50. Shooting 21, you're going to be maxing out the mid-range. The only thing that's really holding this build back on the shooting, even though you get 21, you don't get to max out your three-pointer because you have to have an 82 or below three-pointer to get the name of the build. Then when it comes to the free throw, we have an 85 free throw. Then when it comes to the playmaking, to get 14, we're going to max out ball handle and steal ball. Pass accuracy is up to a 76. Defensive rebounding, we're going to max out perimeter defense and defensive rebound. Pretty much nothing else is maxed out, but we still have a decent block at 99. We're going to have that at pretty much 80. It's at 79, but pretty much that's an 80. Then offensive rebound, that's at a 67. That's going to be able to go above a 70. And then when it comes to the interior defense, we really put that up to really pretty much be able to get 20 defensive rebound badges. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. When it comes to the takeovers that you're going to go with, you get a pretty decent amount of choices. You get lock, playmaker, shot creator, and slasher. You don't get sharp this time, so we're just gonna go with finishing moves and whatever shot creator takeover you want to go with. Me personally, I like to play the game for fun, so I go with the ankle breaking shots, and I don't really fade too much, so that was pretty much an easy choice for me. And yeah, that's the takeovers we're gonna end up going with. You can even go with enhanced jump shot contest if you want to. That's also a really good takeover in my opinion. It might be a top 5 takeover in the game. And yeah, the build comes out as a two-way slashing shot creator, similar to shades of Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Brandon Ingram. Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. And all right, hopping into the top 5. Now, for the top 5, I was just mentioning how all 4 of these builds that's gonna be coming up, well, now it's gonna be the last one in the next 3. Pretty much all of them are in the same ballpark. I will say that all of them are in the same ballpark of how good they really are. So when it comes to this build, the 2-way inside out score, one of the best small forward builds in the game. So how are you gonna make it? You're gonna be at the small forward position, 6'7", 180 pounds, and 7'2" on the wingspan. Then when it comes to the badges, you're gonna have 19, 8, 14, and 27. Physicals, pretty decent physicals. One of the better physicals we've had on the video so far. Speed, acceleration max, stamina max, vertical up to a 72. You're gonna be able to get the contact dunks above 90 speed. Speed ball even gonna be able to get above 90. Then when it comes to the finishing, pretty much everything max. Close shot is just not touch. That's gonna get you 19. Then for the shooting, pretty much the only hole here is that we don't have many shooting badges. Shooting badges is very important to have. We just don't have that many. You know what I'm saying? We only have 8. But you do have a max 3-pointer, mid-range up to an 82, free throw up to a 46, very low free throw. Then when it comes to the playmaking, ball handle, speed of ball, both max, pass accuracy up to a 69. That's going to get you 14. Then for the defensive rebounding, we're going to have a max perimeter defense, block, offensive rebound, defense rebound. Then the steals at a 69. That's going to actually allow you to get badges like pickpocket and interceptor. If you didn't have that, then when it comes to the interior defense, that's up to a 34 just to be able to get those 27 badge upgrades. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. Then when it comes to the takeovers that we end up getting, we get slasher, sharp, shot creator. I'm pretty sure we get either rim or glass. But yeah, we're going to go with spotter precision and finishing moves every single time. And the build comes out as a 2-way inside out score, similar to shades of George Gervin, Jason Tatum, and LeBron James. All right, next is going to be the build that comes in at the number 4 spot, the 2-way mid-range Maestro. I did plan on uploading this very, very soon, but I had to change my little upload schedule when it came to next gen and current gen videos. But I'm still be uploading this on the channel very soon, just not as soon as I expected. But yeah, this is the build that comes in at the number 4 spot on the list. How do you make it? You're gonna be at the small forward position, 6'8", 185 on the weight, and then 7'6" on the wingspan. Then when it comes to the badges, you're gonna get 24, 7, 20, and 26. That's a lot of badges. It's very well rounded on the badges. Now, the only thing I would say, you don't get that many shooting. 7 shooting. You get less than last build, but I put it higher because it feels like it's just way more of a well-rounded build. Then, when it comes to the physicals, you have pretty decent physicals, not the craziest, but you do have a max speed, acceleration, stamina of an 85, vertical up to a 70 to get the contact dunks. Then when it comes to the finishing, for 24 finishing, you're gonna max out standing dunk, driving layup, post control up to a 44. Then when it comes to the 7 shooting, you're going to max out 3-pointer, mid-range, free throws at a 37. That's the lowest free throw and lowest shooting badges we've had yet. That's pretty much the biggest hole on this build. Then when it comes to the playmaking, pass accuracy max, ball handle max, speed of ball max, that's going to get you 20 playmaking badges. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding, you're going to have a perimeter defense, steal, block, all being maxed. Then you have a 90 defensive rebound, offensive rebound of a 69, and interior defense of a 50. Now, you probably could tweak that offensive rebound and defensive rebound to get your defensive rebound higher while still having a little bit lower of an offensive rebound. I'm not sure if it's going to come out as the same name, but you can still try to do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, then when it comes to interior defense, like I said, that's at a 50. That's going to get you 26 defensive badges. Then when it comes to the takeovers that you actually get on this build, you actually don't get as many choices as you probably expect. But they're not terrible choices. You get sharp takeover. Or no, you get shot creator takeover, playmaker takeover, finishing moves takeover, or all the slashing takeovers. I'm not sure what the other takeover is, but obviously we went with the shot creator takeover and the slasher takeover. And the build comes out as a 2-way mid-range Maestro, similar to shades of Dominique Wilkins, Jeremy Grant, who's actually been having a pretty good season this year, and LeBron James. And all right, next. Now, this might be a little bit biased because out of all those builds I just went over, this is the best name. And out of all those 3 builds I just went over, these were all small forward. This one is actually at the shooting guard position. So in terms of how good it is compared to other shooting guards, I feel like I had to put it above those builds. Now, if you try to make this build in this type of style at small forward, you would probably get more badges. But with that being said, this build still comes at the number 3 list on the best 2-way builds in the game. Now, how do you make it? This is how you make it. When it comes to this build, you're going to be making it at the shooting guard position. Then when it comes to the height, weight, wingspan, you're going to go 6'6", 205 pounds on the weight, and 7'3" on the wingspan. Then when it comes to the badge, you're going to end up getting 11 finishing, 13 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 20 defensive. Then when it comes to the physicals, max speed, max acceleration, and then stamina is at an 85 with a vertical of a 70 so that you can get the contact dunks. Then when it comes to the finishing, you get 11. You're going to be pretty much putting up driving layup, driving dunk, both going to be at an 85. Standing dunk and post control, both going to be maxed. Then when it comes to the shooting, 13 shooting badges. You're going to max out the three-pointer. That's going to be able to get above a 90, which is pretty big. Not as important on next gen as it is on current gen, but it's still pretty big. Then when it comes to mid-range, that's going to be at an 82. Free throws at a 77 to get 13 shooting badge upgrades. I feel like this build is just a little bit more well-rounded with the badges. 13 shooting badge upgrades is a little bit more workable than 8 and 7, in my opinion. So yeah, then when it comes to the playmaking, pass accuracy at a 91, ball handles at an 80, but the speed with ball is at an 86, and that's going to be able to get to 90 plus. When it comes to the speed with ball and speed thresholds on next gen, I feel like it's 10s. It's not really how it used to be. So if you get above a 90 speed with ball or speed, you're going to be way faster than anything in the 80s. Way fast. It's going to be completely different. I don't really feel any difference when I'm in the 80s on my speed and speed with ball, to be honest. Then when it comes to the 20 defensive rebounding, you're going to be maxing out perimeter defense, block, offensive rebound, and defense rebound. You're not going to have a steal, which is the easiest way to get stops. And interior defense, you're not going to have that. And that's really how you stop yourself from getting contact dunk. But that's still pretty decent. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. And then when it comes to the takeovers, we're going to be able to have the choices of glass meter take, not shot creator take, lockdown take, playmaker take, and sharp take. I'm going to go with spotter precision and an enhanced jump shot contest. I actually just uploaded this video, so if you guys want to see this build, the link to that will be in the description. And the build comes out as a two-way three-point playmaker, similar to shades of Shea, Paul George, and Tracy McGrady. So yeah, man, that's going to be the build that comes in at the number 3 spot on this list. All right, so I can see some controversy coming with these top 2 builds. Now, these 2 builds are 2 of the best builds in the game. If I'm ranking builds, I do like a 10 best builds in the game. They're somewhere in that top 5. Top 5. Might even be in the top 3. Just depends on what you're trying to play, big man or guard. Now, for this first build, this could arguably, I'm going to just say it's a tie for now, but I'm going to say it's 2-1 just for video purposes. Coming in at number 2 spot is the two-way 3-level score. How do you make it? You're going to go with 6'8" on the height, power forward for the position, weight is 241 for the weight, and 7'6" on the wingspan. Then when it comes to the badges you're going to get 21 finishing, 12 shooting, 26 playmaking, and 21 defensive. There's only one huge hole on this build. That's pretty much the free throw and the rebounding. But with the rebounding, you're going to be able to get that up to a 70. That's not terrible. On my first build, I had a 70 rebounding. I was snagging on people. I was snagging on my first build. It's just that simple. You don't really need the craziest rebound. With that many badges, you don't really need the craziest rebound. Just that simple. Then when it comes to the finishing, pretty much everything is max that's important, like driving layup, standing dunk, driving dunk. Post controls are at 30. Close shot is just very hard to put up to get a lot of badges. Then when it comes to the shooting, 12 shooting, you're going to max out three-pointer, mid-range. Both of that is going to be able to reach certain tier and thresholds, 90 plus mid-range, 85 plus 3. Then the free throw, that's not terrible, but at 99, you can get it up to a 58. That's very doable in comparison to some of the builds on this list. And then when it comes to the playmaking, you get 26. You're maxing out everything except for the pass accuracy. Instead of it being maxed, it's at a 91. Then for the defensive rebounding, 21 defensive rebounding. Now, when I did the defensive rebounding on this build, very tactical. Very tactical. Interior defense, perimeter defense, both max. Still at an 84. At 99, that's going to go to an 88. You're now going to be able to get Hall of Fame pickpocket and Hall of Fame interceptor. When it comes to the block rating, 90 block rating. At 99, that's going to be at a 94. At 99, you're going to be able to have Hall of Fame intimidator. Then when it comes to the rebounding, like I said, pretty much did all that based off of thresholds. At 99, you're going to be able to have a 45 and a 70 offensive and defensive rebound. Instead, it might look bad right here, but when you play with it, you're going to see the difference. When you play with it, you will see the difference. Then when it comes to the physicals, very decent physicals, speed acceleration max, Vertical up to a 77, strength up to a 66, and stamina up to an 85. Then when it comes to the takeovers that we're actually going to be able to go with, we're going to get locked down. We're going to get rim protector. This is a two-way build, so if you want to go with one of those, you can. But I'm going to go with every single time spot up precision and finishing moves. And the build comes out as a two-way 3-level score, similar to shades of Pascal Siakam, Zion Williamson, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. So that's the build that could arguably be the best build in the game on this when it comes to two ways, but I put it at the number 2 spot on the list. Now, like I said, these two builds could be controversial, but in my opinion, this build is just slightly better. If I was ranking builds for two ways, this is what I would say is the best build in the game. The two-way scoring machine is probably one of the most popular names in the game. When it comes to how you make it, you're going to be at the power forward position yet again. The two best builds on the list were both power forwards. I get you. Then when it comes to the height, 6'7" on the height, 211 on the weight, 7'2" wingspan. When it comes to the physicals, one thing that I would say that just sets this to a whole different standard than the last one, the physicals, speed, acceleration, strength, vertical, and stamina are all maxed. All maxed. When it comes to the badges, 13 finishing, 14 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 22 defensive badges. For the finishing, you're going to have a max driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk, 13 finishing. For the shooting, you're going to have a max mid-range, three-pointer, then your free throw. This is the hole on the build. I'm not saying that these builds have no holes, because this build actually has 2 holes in my opinion. Free throw is a 42, but with that being said, if you're not playing the rec, that's not going to matter anyway. You're going to have 14 shooting badges. That's going to be more than the last build. So, yeah. Then when it comes to the playmaking, like I always say, you only need between 15 to 18. To get 17, we're going to have max ball handle, speed of ball, pass accuracy up to a 61. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding badges, we have a max interior defense, perimeter defense, and block. Block is going to be the best way to get consistent shot contest, whether you're going for perimeter or defense. Then when it comes to interior defense, that's going to help you play the post. But mainly why we want that is so that we don't get contact dunk every single time. And the perimeter defense is going to help you play the best on-ball defense possible. That's going to be like lateral quickness and all that type of stuff and get best shot contest on the perimeter. Then when it comes to the rebounding, you have a 91 and a 66. Offensive rebound going to be able to get to a 70 at 99. Defensive rebound is going to be able to get to a 95 at 99. And then when it comes to the steal, that's pretty much the biggest hole on this list. You can get steals without a steal rating very consistently, but when you have a higher steal rating, you can put on badges like pickpocket and interceptor, especially pickpocket, which is the best way to get stops in the game, and it's going to help it not call as many fouls. So that kind of would help a lot. But if you want to look at it as a whole, I could see that. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you even get better takeovers than the last build. You get the most popular ones like Sharp and Shot Creator, but you also get lockdown and finishing. I'ma always go with spot of precision and finishing moves every single time, but yeah, it's that simple. Then when it comes to the build, it comes out as a two-way scoring machine, similar to shades of Pascal Siakam, Julius Randle, and Zion Williamson. So yeah, man, that's going to be the best two-way builds in the game. With that being said, man, I went over 8 different builds that are some of the best builds in the game. Really ridiculous builds. All of them can be in some sort, shape, or form. You could put them in any order. The top 2, in my opinion, very controversial. All the other builds, I don't feel like they're competing, but then I did have 4 that was in the same realm. But yeah, if you haven't already, please do leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. We got more videos coming out every single day. Turn on post notifications to be the first to every single my video. Share this video to anybody that you can help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fist, man. And I'm out to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah! I just want me a dance right out with the gang and smoking on endo. Rolling around through my hands, better tuck your chain, they pulling them kick doors. Just from the block going crazy. Fuck around and just rob your lady. Got them rockets, you call up a crazy.